Hello, YouTube. I'm back now for Ask a Monk. I was away for a brief time, pretty busy over the weekend. So I've got some questions here, I'm going to answer them not according to the order they were received, but according to popularity. So please remember to place your votes. So the lead question is, how should my meditation progress after the initial stages of concentration of the breath and being witness to a clear thought? And when will I know I have arrived? Um, I don't know exactly about when will I know I have arrived because it's a long path and it's really a lot more gradual. What happens when you create the clear thought is you start to let go of things. You don't cling and you don't worry and you don't fret over things. You don't hold on to it because you see that there's nothing you can do to keep it the way you want it. It's not going to bring you peace and happiness. These things that we hold on to, our modes of reacting to things, either clinging to good things and chasing after them, or running away from bad things and preventing them, always denying them. This compartmentalization of reality as these things are good and these things are bad, and only allowing certain experiences in. Um, Seeing that we see that that's a cause for suffering. That there's nothing that we could hold on to, nothing that we could cling to, nothing that we could try to shape and mold into the perfect reality that would make us happy. And so we let go. The clear thought just helps you to let go. It helps you to be here and now without having to be somewhere else or something else than what you are. So there's really not very far that you have to go. If you're creating the clear thought, you should be seeing, if you're practicing correctly, you should be seeing, learning things about yourselves that you didn't know before, coming to see things that you couldn't see about yourselves before. It'll help you to deal with all of the difficulties in life, to deal with things in a more rational, a more wise, and a more productive way. There's a lot of technical detail that I could go into as to the stages of practice, but that's not really helpful and it's not really advised in the beginning stages anyway. The best thing I could advise for you is to find a teacher and practice as you are continuously, because it's the continuous practice that leads to the goal, that leads you to arrive. One thing I would say is that you're going to run into a lot of hindrances. You're going to come up against a lot of things that try to trick you into thinking that you've hit a roadblock. There will be states of liking, states of disliking, states of boredom, states of worry, states of depression. Your mind is going to change as you practice, and it's not necessarily going to be in a positive way. The mind is always changing. So you might be thinking that when you practice, you're just going to get happier and happier and happier. But what you're doing in the meditation is digging up all of the positive and negative stuff inside of you. So there's going to be a lot of negative stuff coming up, and you should be very quick to catch that and to apply the meditation to everything that arises. So when something comes up and you think, oh, now what do I do? Or you think, oh, that's it, and I don't have to practice anymore, practice on that. Look at what's going on in your mind. And as long as you're doing that continuously, being very honest with yourself, the clear thought is all you need. As long as you have this clear understanding of things as they are, there's nothing else you need, and there's no other stage or method of practice. Once you practice like this, the arrival is the freedom from attachment, that no longer you need things to be in a certain way. So if you're asking when you arrive, the best thing I could say is when you have no more greed, when you have no more anger, when you have no more delusion, when you just see things as they are and when you're content with things as they are, and when nothing can bring you stress or suffering. That's when you've reached the goal. Okay, so I hope that helps. This is my first answer, and thanks. Keep them coming.